Hi, all the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic, seer, and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for this psychic crystal reading for the full moon in Aquarius, August 11th, 2022, for each of the four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. The earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. The water signs are Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You may want to watch the entire video because this moon could be strongly affecting your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. So not just your sun sign. So I highly recommend to watch the entire video. And remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign are going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So even in these full moon and new moon readings I do, that also applies, like it does in the psychic crystal readings that I do here on YouTube. So before I get started on the psychic part of your reading, I'm going to give you some astrology information about this full moon in Aquarius. This full moon in Aquarius could be quite tense and challenging, and you may feel some pressure at this time. There will be a dichotomy of energies between what Saturn brings to the table by inspiring us to display more control and self-disciplined behaviors versus Uranus urging us to break out and escape restrictions. It would be wise to stick to the path of what we know to be stable and familiar that has a proven track record for working, yet being open to consider innovative and forward-thinking ideas and solutions. Over the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days, you may see some abrupt and radical change, which will be unsettling for some of you. It's sensible to welcome in the new to our lives, taking it one step at a time. Abrupt changes to our friends and family groups and associations are likely, as well as to our dreams, aspirations, and ambitions. This is a supermoon that can be a catalyst for big shifts, and if we use this energy in a balanced and practical way, it could prove to be quite effective. This is the last supermoon of this year of 2022. These effects are the strongest for the few days around the time of the full moon, but can last for 2 weeks and up to 30 days. So now on to the psychic crystal part of this video. So first I'm looking into the element of earth. This is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. I feel that many of the earth signs will find this full moon to bring in very unsettling energy to them. It's going to cause some of you earth signs to really want to speak up, speak your mind, and say things. Maybe in like surprising and an abrupt fashion. Some of you earth signs may really want to make some kind of new friends and associates, and you may want to distance yourself from old friends and associates that either you feel like you're not a good fit with each other anymore. Some of you earth signs are going to feel like a lot of things going on in your life are time sensitive. So you may be very concerned about projects getting started, projects getting completed, contracts getting signed, anything to do with time. You may be very focused on starting and completing things, no matter what it is, projects you're working on. Some of you earth signs are going to begin some very enterprising opportunities or new enterprises, new business, new opportunities could show up for you. So it could be a time that You start some things that turn out to be very lucrative for you, financially speaking. Some of you earth signs are going to make amends over the next 2 weeks to 30 days with somebody you maybe had a rift with, or even making peace or making amends with somebody that hurt you in the past. Even if you're not seeing them face to face and verbally being able to tell them that, some of you will. But some of you, you're just going to, let some things go, make peace with people that you've been at odds with, mentally, emotionally, be at peace with it. Or you could verbally, if you see them, bury the hatchet, make peace with them. If you're doing any wheeling and dealing during this time, you're going to hold out for the best price of things. So you're going to be quite the negotiator. If you're trying to sell any products, services, property, your home, any collections or anything in auction, or if you're selling it in some other way, you're going to really be a good negotiator, like sticking it out for the best price. You have to be careful that you're not oversensitive and that you're not eating too much. You could do emotional eating, but you could find yourself taking things, being too oversensitive and taking things the wrong way, or reacting to things really quickly. Some of you could have get bypassed for something that you were hoping you were going to get, a job or a promotion or a raise or something. You may feel like you get overlooked or bypassed, but don't worry, because it's actually going to be to your benefit that this happened, because something else better is going to come for you a little bit later on. And another caution I get for you, earth signs, is you may be trying to please somebody too much. You may be bending over backwards and trying to please somebody. And this could be your significant other, or a boss, or a friend, or somebody, or even your kids. And it somehow is going to backfire on you, or you're not going to get the desired reaction or results. So I'm not saying don't try to please people, but you may be going overboard during the next 2 weeks to 30 days to really try to pour it on and really please somebody. And you may end up feeling very disappointed over that in the long run. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of water. This is Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. I feel that the water signs, your energy is going to be kind of like jumpy, on edge, a little nervous. Like I'm seeing a rabbit. You know how rabbits are like, even if they're sitting still and waiting to see what you're going to do, they've got that like nervous tension and of anticipation and a little bit of fear. I see the water signs kind of like a rabbit energy. Be very careful you don't get into a situation where you feel like you're wandering and you're lost. Water signs. Now, this could be like just, you could be feeling dazed and confused, like you kind of get like unsure of yourself, or you get kind of spacey and dazed and confused. Or you could feel this way if you go somewhere and you're actually like trying to find a place and you're on foot or driving, but especially on foot, you could be wandering around feeling like you're lost, literally, if you go somewhere new. So just be cautious of that. Some of you water signs are going to believe in something so wholeheartedly, you're going to put all your money on it, or you're going to bet on it, or you're going to believe all your faith on it. Now, it could be gambling. It could be cryptocurrency. It could be something in the stock market. It could be a property you want to buy. It could be some type of religion or spirituality that you want to believe in. I don't know, but it's like you're putting all your money on it. You're putting all your belief in on something. So I don't want to say that's not a good thing, because who am I to judge, right? But you might feel differently when you're not being affected by this full moon in Aquarius. So if you have to really invest in something or put your money on something or put all your beliefs in something, maybe wait 2 weeks to 30 days to see if you still feel the same way once these energies are moved on. Some of you water signs could maybe be a little argumentative or riled up energy, where you may be you may not even be consciously aware of it. You could be subconsciously trying to start arguments, or you may feel like you're not going to take any crap from anybody. And so you could feel like a little competitive, a little combative, a little argumentative could come up for some of you water signs over these next 2 weeks to 30 days. But remember, the energies are always the strongest a day or two before the full moon, the day of the full moon, and a day or two after the full moon. You're going to feel it the strongest then. Some of you water signs, your talents or your skills get acknowledged and noticed. And this could be by the public. It could be by a boss. It could be by a potential boss, in a job interview, or your current boss may say, you're really doing great. We're going to give you a raise, or they make you employee of the month. Or, if you have your own business, the public could be like, wow, look at what they're doing, and really be on board with you. Some of you could get started in some kind of project that involves writing. You could be writing a blog, you could be writing a novel, you could be writing a script, you could be just into journaling, but writing comes up here as being inspired to write. Some of you water signs are going to find like you're getting divine inspiration. So you could come up with some awesome projects, ideas, plans, could really spark up now over the course of the next 2 weeks and up to 30 days. Be careful and cautious of judgmentalism. Even if you're not naturally a judgmental type of person, you could find like you're being ultra critical or very judgy over people from the energies of this full moon in Aquarius. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the element of fire. This is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. To get more psychic messages and predictions from my spirit guides, please check the description box below this video for the links for my most recent videos for Vimeo. I look into very specific topics using a variety of divination tools to bring you more accurate predictions for your astrological signs. These links and descriptions are also available on the videos page of my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Thank you. The energies of this full moon in Aquarius in August 2022 is going to make many of the fire signs want to charge forward and plow ahead into something. And that could be a love relationship, that could be a new career, that could be to start a job or some big project. Some of you fire signs are going to be getting valuable insights from your friends and relatives over these next 2 weeks to up to 30 days. But remember, the energies of this full moon will be the strongest a day or two before, the day of, and a day or two after. So to keep that in mind. I do get that some of you fire signs are going to stop spinning your wheels about something, and you're going to finally make some kind of a decision. And it could be a decision where you need to put your money down on something, like a deposit, a down payment, or maybe to purchase something like a house, a car, a jet ski, a boat, an RV, you know, I don't know what it is. But I feel like it's something either very expensive or it's big. Some of you fire signs could get this like energy where you kind of like spiral out of control or wig out about something. And it's like, you know, maybe if you have kids, you start spinning around about what's going on with your kids, or if your boss has been not really friendly to you lately, and you could start spinning around out of control, like, oh my God, am I going to get fired? Or, you know, or if you're worried that the business you own or the company or like a company you work for, is it going to close, or is it going to, you know, go out of business? Like whatever it is, you could get very caught up in some real spinny, I'm seeing this corkscrew, spinny energy out of control about something. Some of you could discover a new plant, a new medicine, some kind of medicinal plant that's good for healing, or some new type of medicine. It's either you discover some kind of plant, some kind of medicine, some kind of medicine derived from the plant, or something that would be beneficial, like a new vitamin or mineral, or something that would be a boost to your energy and to your vitality and your health. If you have like a YouTube channel or some kind of, or you're a public figure of some sort, you're going to reach a broader audience. You're going to gain more viewers, more followers, more reaching a broader audience than maybe you did in the past. Some of you fire signs are going to round up a group of friends or friends and family and either go on a really cool vacation or have some big kind of, you know, barbecue or family outing or big outing comes up here. So that is something fun and a blessing for you. You have to be careful of achy and tired feet, muscles. So try not to overdo it with exercise or physical activity. Be careful, because you could have like achy muscles, feet in particular, but achy muscles and getting like overly tired. Be careful that if you live in a climate that's hot, you don't get heat exhaustion. These are things you need to be careful of. I'm going to give you a weird message here. Sometimes the guides say unpredictable things, like I don't know what they're going to say. Be very careful of protection. If you are having sex and you do not want to get pregnant, protection. Also, protection if you are doing anything like spraying chemicals or using an electric saw, that, you know, sawdust could fly in the air, or pieces of wood, or cutting down tree branches. Make sure you have on protective gloves, protective goggles, protective wear if you're doing something where, you know, you could get hurt in some way, or if you have to deal with mold, make sure you have on a hazmat suit or that kind of thing. But also, like I said in the beginning, if you're intimate with somebody over the next 2 weeks to 30 days and you don't want to get pregnant, make sure you are using protection. Protection is important at this time. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now on to the element of air. This is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Some of you air signs are going to feel really inspired to want to take charge of something. Take control and take charge. This could be a club, a group, an organization you belong to. It could be your business, at work. It could also be your family or your kids, but wanting to take control, but really be a leader or be in charge of something comes up here for the air signs. Some of you air signs are going to feel like, my guys are saying, like you're getting your groove back on, like you're feeling like your old self, a self of you that you remember from a long time ago. Some of you air signs may really feel inspired or urged to stand out. Like you may really want to stand out in a crowd now, or stand out in some way. You may change your hair color, change your clothes, or just be more verbal and more outgoing from the energies of this full moon in Aquarius. Some of you air signs will feel like you're getting ready to travel or take some kind of trip with friends, or it could be a party or a gathering that you're getting ready to go to with friends. Some of you could get noticed for your talents and your skills and achievements and get some kind of really nice recognition or award or reward for that. Some of you could receive news or information about a family member that comes to you from a distance. It could be good news though, because this area I'm looking in now is what's blessing you. So I feel that for most of you air signs, anything you find out, like a text message, phone call, email, whatever it is, snail mail, letter, it's going to be good news about some family member to you at a distance. Some of you could rank high in some way, in some kind of rating system. It could be your credit rating is especially high, or if you are in any kind of sports or competitive situation where it involves like ratings, ranking, it's your ranking or your rating is going to be high over the course of the next 2 weeks to 30 days. You need to be cautious, air signs. You have the propensity right now to get easily tricked or misled. So don't buy into any get-rich-quick schemes, or if something comes up that looks like it's too good to be true, but you want it to be true, you believe it. It's probably too good to be true. So be cautious of get-rich-quick schemes or anybody that's trying to sell you on something or manipulate you or control you. Could be, and like take advantage of you. Your forgetfulness could really kick up. You could find that this full moon in Aquarius is like clouding your judgment or your memory, especially. So you could forget appointments, you could forget where you put things, so forgetfulness could be one of the things that could drive up for you. So that's one of your cautions. And you need to be very careful about what you're eating over the next 2 weeks to 30 days. Because, so if you're eating any vegetables and produce that you didn't grow yourself, make sure you're washing it really super well. Get a vegetable brush or wash it really well. Or if you are out, you're eating out, just be careful, because I feel like you could be ingesting toxins or things that are not good for you. So eating organic would be really advised right now. Extra washing your fruits and vegetables, even your meats. I can remember one time, my mother passed away quite a while ago, but when she was starting to go down the train of not doing so well, I remember, she was a really good cook, but I went to culinary school. I was a chef and a pastry chef and all of that. So I would cook a lot, especially when they got older. And I was on vacation with my parents. And I remember my mother said, I was washing meat too much. Like, why am I doing that? Well, because I know what goes on at places and you want to get off all, yeah, I dried it off really well afterwards, but she thought I was washing things off too much in regard to food. I just thought of that the other day when I was washing off some meat I was going to cook on the grill before I marinated it. I wash it really well and dry it. But you want to do that with your food right now, Aquarius, especially anything that is anything. I don't care what it is, fruits, vegetables. The air signs need to watch out for that because I don't want, it comes up here, you could ingest toxins right now. So you have to be, that's pesticides or anything. Be very careful of that. So sorry, I kind of went off on a little tangent about that. But that did come up in my mind the other day. And funny, it came up here in this reading. So maybe my deceased mom wanted to, chime in with that memory for some reason. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. I want to thank you so very much for watching my videos. I do truly appreciate it. And you know what? I think I said in June I'd been on YouTube 7 years. That was incorrect. I've actually been on YouTube 8 years. 8 years. I'm like, wow, how did I mess that up? I don't know, but I appreciate you watching. Those of you that are new viewers, those of you that have viewed for a very long time, I do truly appreciate it. And if you would like to get any of the special videos that I record for my Vimeo on-demand channel, where I look into very specific topics using a variety of different divination tools, you can access the most recently recorded videos. I post all the links down below in the description box in the Show More section underneath all of my videos on YouTube. And the links for these videos are also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can go there, you can read all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and so they're available down below and on my videos page on my website. But some of the most recent video series I've recorded, I'm going to mention some of them here, is my Horseshoe Tarot Spread Psychic Tarot reading for 2022 and 2023. These predictions start in August of 2022 and they go out until the end of August of 2023. It is one of the most popular video series I record on Vimeo, so you might want to check that out. There's 7 cards in those readings and they're covering a lot of different things. So I highly recommend you check them out. And if you can afford to get both your rising sign and your sun sign, I recommend you do so, because just like on the videos I do here on YouTube, sometimes your rising sign is going to be talking to you more than your sun sign, or vice versa, or a combination. Somebody asked me that about me. Like, what do I watch, or what do I follow? Well, for me, it's a combination of both my rising sign and moon sign. But I do have a stellium of planets in Aquarius, so Aquarius tends to resonate with me, but my rising sign is equally valid many, many times. So you might want to get both your rising and your sun sign. My mid-year love and romance psychic tarot update for 2022, that link is also available down below and on my website. My psychic crystal readings for August 2022, if you haven't gotten them yet, they're an expansion and a continuation of the psychic tarot readings I do at the beginning of the month on YouTube. I stop the video and then I go on and I look and give you more insights, predictions, and messages from my spirit guides. So you may want to check out your August 2022 reading, and also maybe even July, because remember, these readings are not all going to make sense for the exact month I'm reading in. Sometimes people say, that happened to me already, or, oh, it happened to me later. So you could check out your July crystal readings also if you haven't gotten them yet. That link is also down below. My mid-year psychic tarot update for 2022 that link is down below. And my career and finance, psychic tarot and crystal readings, those readings covered a 12 to 18 month period, and they started in April of 2022 and go out all the way until the end of October of 2023. So if you have some question about your career and your finances, you may want to look into those videos. My What's Lucky and New for You in 2022, Psychic Tarot and Oracle card readings for What's Lucky and New for You in 2022. We're not done 2022 yet. We still have all of August, September, October, November, December. You still have 5 months to find out what's lucky and new for you if you haven't checked it out yet. My Saturn in Aquarius, Psychic Tarot and Crystal readings, those readings cover a 3-year period from December of 2020 through until March 2023. Saturn spends about 2.5 years in each sign. It's in Aquarius right now, so if you want to see how that is affecting you, I highly recommend you check those videos out. Also, let's not forget here, we are still being affected by the 2 eclipses that we had at the end of April and in the middle of May. Those effects are going to go probably until October, or at some point in October of 2022. So you may want to get my full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2022, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings, and also my solar eclipse in Taurus, April 2022, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. Those effects last 6 months, and we're still being affected by those eclipses now. If you haven't checked them out, a lot of people find those eclipse readings to be really accurate for them. So you might want to watch your rising sign and your sun sign in those videos. Also, if you would like to donate to this channel and help support the readings that I do here on YouTube, I have a donation link down below under all the video series links I just mentioned, and it's connected to PayPal. And I want to thank you so very much to those of you who have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me, and it does help me a lot. So thank you so much for that. And if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video on YouTube, you can follow me on my social media pages at The Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and The Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. I usually pull tarot cards or oracle cards. Sometimes I use the crystal, and I write those predictions out. They're usually 5 paragraphs long. Whatever the maximum I can fit is usually what that is, and that's usually around 5 paragraphs. Many people find these messages resonate with them, or some parts of the some part of the card pull resonates with them, and you may feel that way also. So I hope you'll check out my social media pages. I'd love to see you over there. And as I always say, please know, if anybody contacts you and says, hey, if they start following you or asking if you want a psychic reading, it is not me. It's fraudulent accounts. I only work from my very long wait list, which I had to close in 2018, but I'm still working from that list, and also my cancellations list, which I still take people on that list, but there's well over 1,000 people on that list now. So I don't need to solicit readings for people on my social media pages. If somebody contacts you, please block them and report them. They are not me. They're scamming you. And I do know somebody that did actually get scammed by them. They fell for it. So don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. I only work from that wait list and the cancellations list, and those details are on my scheduling page on my website at theluckymermaid.com. So I hope you have absolutely awesome energy that comes to you from this full moon in Aquarius, August 2022. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.